right, let's see if we can get this thing going here. Okay, you guys, this is James from the I'm Free Project. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining in on the conversation and all the new subscribers here on the channel that have joined in on the conversation. Hope you guys enjoyed the latest video on the other day with me and my son, just having some general chit chat about church, outside the church while church was going on. That was funny, but we had a good time. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff that's going on. I don't know, for the past week and a half, the preachers and the song people in the gospel music industry have really been showing out, or just showing up and leaving an impression enough for people who are on the internet to give them something to talk about. I'll put it like that. I think that's the best way to put it. So they've been giving the people something they could feel over the past few weeks. And one of them that I wanted to talk about was Brother Deitrich Haddon. Now, I know there's been some people who've already made the comments about Deitrich Haddon and his music and so forth. And if you don't know, let's go ahead and get into it. So, apparently, Deitrich Haddon has released a song or an album or an EP, something like that, that is a little bit racy. Now, you may say, what type of racy? So, the type of racy is that it's quote-unquote love-making music, baby-making music and all that kind of stuff. And it's intended for married couples. At least that's what's been said. At least that's what I've read. And in the songs, of course, he's talking about making love. And the one song that I heard, he's talking about making love and so forth. And here's the thing is that the songs are rather explicit. And when I say explicit, meaning that they're very suggestive and very lust-based, based on what I've heard and the lyrics that I saw. And I want to know what you guys think about that. So now we all know that Deitrich Haddon has had a past when it comes to, let's say, how do I put this delicately? Let's see, fornication. So we know that from the Preachers of L.A., the brother man and the girl that is now his wife, they were doing the do well before they became Mr. and Mrs. And it was the way that the show was edited and all of that. And it was almost alluding very clearly that they were having relations before they became Mr. and Mrs. So we've all known that Deitrich has a way about himself. And that's the most that I'm going to say. I'm not trying to put the brother down. I don't really know of the brother. I have met him before. I'm sure he probably won't remember me, but it's been years ago that I actually helped. I was on a photo shoot for one of his, anyway, I'm not going to go there, for one of his album covers, and I'll leave it at that. So, with that being said, out there in LA, with that being said, I've met the guy, seemed like a cool guy, but when it comes down to that preacher's kid kind of stuff and the shenanigans that typically go on, you can say that he has, made his case for what you hear about preachers' kids. So anyway, so the thing is this right here. So now what I do know is that T.D. Jakes made an album a few years ago that were for couples and for those times of romantic interludes, intimacy, and things of that nature. And I have to say that in listening to T.D. Jakes, his album was really nice. I mean, it was really nice and really clean. I think Fred Hammond has made some songs as well for couples. And, it was really nice. Very soulful and very romantic sounding songs, that could spark some intimacy between you and your husband and or wife. Now, what Deitrich did, I mean, you pretty much can say, oh gosh, trying to again put this delicately. The brother man had did something where it was sort of lust based. And you can tell by the lyrics. I mean, one of the lyrics talking about getting in between your legs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out, what does a man of God, a preacher, have to do with saying stuff like that on a record to try to incite couples to make love and all of those kinds of things? Is it really necessary? I think that's the thing I wanted to know. Is it really necessary? And I think that's the thing that bothers me, is that I don't have a problem with you making an album to help couples to be a little bit more romantic, but the way that it was presented and the song that was made is that, at least the one that I heard, just the one that I heard, is it really necessary? And I'll try to find a link and place it up under that so you can see if you haven't heard. But man, he's talking about getting between the legs and milk and cookies, milk and honey. I mean, really eating the milk and honey and whoo, I mean, that's just some things you just don't put out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially if you're a man of God, a woman of God, that's just some things you don't put out there. You know, and in certain settings. And so the thing is that while I do understand that married couples, you know, being intimate with one another, of course, you know, that glorifies God and we're making families and all those kinds of things, being fruitful and multiplying. Hey, that's a good deal. But here's the thing. There's a way if you're trying to facilitate that, there's a way of doing it. I mean, really, as a photographer, I'm not gonna go shoot some nudie pictures and all that kind of stuff. But there's a way to do it. I mean, come on, man. So we've all known that Deitrich Haddon had this way about him that was that pushed that lust side. And I'm not saying anything about him in that regard. It's just like I think the thing for me is that at some point, as a leader, as a man of God, something should have clicked in your spirit and said, maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Maybe I shouldn't say it this way. Something should have clicked in your spirit. I mean, really, something should have clicked. And to come out the way that it did, I'm like, wow. You know, I mean, you're serious about this thing. I mean, you are really serious about this thing. But, you know, I don't know. I just really don't know. It's really amazing to see how over the past couple of weeks some things have been said with quite a few preachers. So join me tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to release another one, another video about two very well-known gospel singers who, I'm going to leave it at that. Just join me tomorrow for my video tomorrow. So it's going to be another car video. But anyway, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about it? Is Deitrich in the right? Is he in the wrong? Do you get what he's saying? Do you get what he's trying to do? Do you think the lyrics were just way too far? Or do you think, okay, well, I get what he's saying. You know, husbands and wives, you know, the marriage bed undefiled. Take it as you wish and talk about it as you may. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think down below in the comments. Remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. Always keep your eyes focused on Jesus Christ. Get into the Word. I'm telling you, the Word is very clear on a lot of things when it comes to practical daily living. Get into the Word, and it will lead your life in a manner that is pleasing unto Him. All right? Remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. Y'all take care, and God bless. Holla.